Hello, this is Mr. Bredemeyer, and I would like to show you how to apply to Carl Sandburg College if that is something that you are interested in for after graduation. So if you go to Sandburg's website, sandburg.edu, this is what you'll get. And right here we have the big Apply Now button on the right-hand side. So we're going to click on that. And so the first time you do this, you're going to click on Create an Account. Now, if you've started an application but haven't submitted it, then you would log in. But if it's your first time, you'll click on Create Account and you will fill out your email address, first name, last name, and birth date. I will tell you that do not use your school email address. You need to use a personal email address because what's going to happen is when you put this information in and submit it, you're going to get an email from Sandburg to go in and start your application. And so, with your school email address, you can't send or receive emails from outside the school district. So, you need to use a personal email address for this process. So, this is as far as I can show you as far as creating your account, but as you can see, it's pretty straightforward. And I'm going to come back and show you what it looks like when you get logged in. Okay, this is the login page. And so I'm going to come down here and hit Start New Application. And I'm going to click on Create Application. Okay, so we are ready to continue our application. We're going to open the application. So the first screen is just your personal information, your name, address, phone number. Some things are optional. You don't have to fill out every single box if it says it's optional. Birth date, social security number. You do need to enter that. Do not submit your application without your social security number, and don't just put in, all zeros if you don't know it. The reason for that is when you submit your application, you're going to get a My Sandburg account, which is kind of like Sandburg's version of Skyward, where you can go in and see your classes, your grades, submit assignments, all that good stuff. And part of your social security number is what you use to log into your My Sandburg account. It's also how you get in there and apply for Galesburg Promise. So if you don't know your social security number, that's okay. You can continue and continue filling out the rest of the application. Just don't submit it until you get your social security number in there. We have questions about race and ethnicity. More demographic information. The one here about which most accurately reflects your situation. This is marital status, parent status. Whether you are married, whether you're a parent, whether you are not a parent, if you're in the foster care system, if you're a veteran, or if one of your parents is a veteran or on active duty of the military. Employment. And when it comes to these next two questions, I want you to keep in mind that there's adults that apply to Sandburg as well. So if you're currently working, you are working part-time. You are, even if you're working a lot of hours, you're still technically a part-time employee because you go to school, 8 hours a day. So really, if you're working, it's just a matter of if you're working less or more than 15 hours per week. If you're not working, then you're going to put unemployed. So really, it should be one of these three: employed part-time, less than 15 hours a week; employed part-time, more than 15 hours a week; or unemployed. And then, are you an out-of-workforce individual? This would be like if you're an adult, you've lost your job. Because of that, you're not able to maintain your living situation. So you are going to pick not a displaced homemaker. The next screen will take us academic history. Are you currently enrolled in high school? Yes. Have you attended college or receiving college credit? If you're taking dual credit, that would be yes, but otherwise no. Are you homeschooled Or were you homeschooled during your time at GHS? Did you receive your GED? That should be no. That's an alternative high school diploma. Do either of your parents, including step parents, hold a bachelor's degree? A bachelor's degree is a degree from a 4-year college or university. So if your parents, let's say, went to Sandburg and got an associate's degree, that answer would still be no. This is if they graduated with a bachelor's degree from a 4-year college or university. And have you previously attended Carl Sandburg College? That was going to be no. Even if you're taking dual credit classes, that is, or maybe you took dual credit last year, but not this year, that's still going to be no. Academic institutions. You can see I have one listed, but you're going to have to click add, and you'll get a screen that looks like this. So the institution is Galesburg High School. When you start typing that in, there's actually 2 Galesburg high schools. There's one in Michigan and there's one in Illinois. Make sure you click on the one in Illinois. The one in Michigan is actually in Augusta, Michigan, and because of Augusta, it shows up first. So we've had students, for example, go to apply for Galesburg Promise, and they can't do it because they've indicated that they went to high school in Michigan. So make sure you pick on the right Galesburg High School. Our CEEB code is 14200. Country, United States, city, state, Galesburg, Illinois. Okay, dates attended. So for seniors, this is going to be August 2020, and then you're going to graduate in May 2023. Your level of study is high school, and your degree that you're going to earn is a high school diploma. Date conferred or expected, that's when you're going to graduate. That's going to be May 2023. And then you want to make sure that you hit the save button. And so you can see mine is saved right here. Okay, sometimes students fill it out and they forget to hit save, and then it's not there. And then hit continue. Okay, which campus are you going to attend? You're going to attend the Galesburg campus, I don't think you're going to drive all the way to Carthage. Your educational goal. So more than likely, okay, it is going to be because you want to transfer to a 4-year university after your 2 years at Sandburg. You want to move on. Maybe it's for a future job. If you're going to Sandburg just to get a certificate in, let's say, welding or auto mechanic, then you would click on future job. So more than likely, it's going to be one of those two. So I'm going to pick transfer to a 4-year institution. Now, this next question you're going to get, which academic program best describes you, depends upon what you answer up here. It's not going to be the same for everybody. So because I picked transfer to a 4-year institution, again, I'm going to pick I want to obtain a degree at Sandburg and then transfer. Maybe for you, it's you want to work in the health, manufacturing, or technical field. It kind of varies on what your plans are. And again, the program of study is going to be based on what you answered for these first 2 questions, so it'll be different for everybody. And I'm just going to put an associate in general studies. And then it asks for my entry term. Okay, so if you're a senior, you actually would be starting in fall 2023. And you can see right now that is not an option. So you could wait until that becomes available. So again, you could fill out most of this and just not submit it until fall 2023 is an option. I'm making this video on August 1st, so Sandburg's just in the process of getting ready for fall 2022. But eventually fall 2023 is an option. If you're a midterm grad and you plan on taking classes this spring, you could put spring 2023, or if you know that after you graduate you want to take some summer classes before next fall, you could put summer 2023. But if you just plan on starting in next fall 2023, I would just leave this blank for right now and come back to it later. Then just Sandburg likes to know how you're learning about them, what's encouraged you to apply. So there's some options here. You can pick whatever options best suit you. And then you're going to type in your name as your signature and hit confirm. And then it's going to take you to the review page. I'm not going to submit this today. Again, there's two questions I skipped: the Social Security number and the which term I'm going to enter. I'm waiting for the fall 2023 to be an option. If you made any mistakes or errors, they will pop up. You'll get a kind of a red screen that says you omitted this or you put this in wrong, and it will link you back to that. Um, so, but it's pretty straightforward. You can see I completed that here in about 10 minutes. It's not a long application. There's no essays. After you submit your application and you go ahead and get it submitted, you're going to want to continue to check your email, because Sandburg, then what they will do is they will email you when you submit your application and say your application has been received and it is being processed. And then a few days after that, you're going to log into your account and it's going to ask you to accept your admission offer. And you need to go in and hit accept. Even if you're applying to Sandburg as a backup plan, you're not 100% sure. Am I going to go to Sandburg? Am I going to go to a 4-year college? Am I going to go military? Still go ahead and accept that admission offer. So when it's time to start applying for Galesburg Promise, you can do that. And then after you do that, you'll get an email with what your Sandburg ID number is. That's a 7-digit number, as well as what your password is, which is part of that Social Security number, so you can get into your My Sandburg account. If you have any questions or you get stuck on anything, don't hesitate to reach out to us. But this is how you apply to Carl Sandburg College.